The views and opinions expressed in the XtraPod do not necessarily reflect those of the UP Industrial Engineering Club, its leaders, or its members.
Hi Clubbers! Welcome to the first episode of XtraPod entitled Behind the Committees. And essentially, pag-uusapan natin yung experience of some of our clubbers who have taken part in multiple committees. So yung mga hindi loyal sa kanilang committees. And right now, I am with
Jerome
and
Julia.
Yan. So ayun, before nating simulan yung podcast, mag-icebreaker muna tayo. Essentially, fast talk lang to siya. Fast talk. Tapos 3 questions lang naman to, but essentially it will like set the tone ng ating podcast later. But it will be for them to get to know yung background nyo sa inyong mga committee as well as your preferences sa work. So ready na kayo dalawa?
Yes.
Ready. Sige. First question. One word to describe your committee's experience.
Committee's experience? Professional.
Professional.
Holistic.
Ay, ang galing. Next. Best committee.
Akad.
XTRA.
Galing. Last. Committee I will never join.
Fin.
Alin?
Fin.
Pin daw siya.
Oh my God. Pub.
Last, meron pa pala. Committee you love pero maraming work or committee you hate na onti lang yung work.
What?
Isa pa.
Committee you love pero maraming work or committee you hate pero konti lang yung work.
Me love, pero
Maraming work. Ikaw, Jer.
Akala ko pipili kami ng committee.
Choice ng dalawa. No, that's right.
Committee I love.
Okay. Yan lang. Thank you, guys. So, yun yung icebreaker. I feel like may idea na kayo on what we're going to talk about. Pero sige, just to let the viewers and the listeners know ano yung mga committees na you took part in. So, actually, kasali na rin ako dito because I've been in multiple committees. Sa akin, I've been in MEM, first sem ko, and then this sem, Extra and XTE. Ikaw?
Alam mo, di naman ako com-hopper
Hindi, like, parang...
I've been Akad and pub lang.
Pub?
Yes.
Saan ka sa pub?
I had a matrix in my first sem.
Kaya, counted yan.
Counted na yun.
Yeah.
Okay. Me, Finn, my first sem. Then, for a long time, XTE. Then, Extra by default because of Eng Week.
Yeah.
And then, now I'm in Intech.
Galing. Parang ang stellar naman yan ni Julia. So, ayun. Unahin natin sa pinaka-start nyo na, o pinaka-simula nyo na semester. So, sa'yo, both na yung Acad and Pub. Yeah. Okay. So, tapos, sa'yo yung first mo na Fin. Okay. So, yun yung semester na after ng app process, right? Yeah. So, tanungin natin first, like, why yung committee yun yung parang pinakaunan yung naisipang salihan?
Ako palagi mo.
Go. Sige, si Julia naman. Go.
Fine, ako muna. Finn, anong question? Bakit?
Oo, yung parang pinakauna na naisip.
Well, second choice ko siya actually. Wait, no. Kasi walang open na positions nun for XTE. So, the next thing that I wanted was Finn. And I was PM for Get Up.
Wow, okay.
So, yes.
Galing. Ikaw?
So, medyo nerdy lang kasi ako.
Okay. So, yun sa Akad?
Sa Akad, yeah. I was PM for UPCAM. And then, yung pub, medyo nerdy reason din. Because I was under Clubber website. Because, like, medyo interested ako in, like, com sa MMM.
So, sa, like, anong tawag doon? Yung enrollment. yung roll apps. Yun yung parang mga first choice. Ay, sa kanya, second choice. Yan. So, sa'yo, sa pub, was it something you really wanted ba or naput ka lang?
I wanted.
Okay.
Namang nag-ask sa akin mag-apply.
Same lang din sa'yo?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. Pagpasok niyo sa first committee niyo, was it something na like, that matched your expectations sa work in that committee? Or was it like harder than you expected? Or like, medyo lang pala, relaxed? Ikaw naman.
For UpCamp, it was. I would say it was what I expected. But then pub, parang we did less stuff than I expected.
Okay. Maayos naman yung progress yun ng Clubber website yun. Oh. Well,
It's okay, it's in the past.
kaya nga, okay.
Medyo graduate na yung mga
involved
kasama ko
doon.
dun. So.
Graduate na din yung Clubber website. Gets. Sa'yo naman, how was Finn?
For me, Finn was... Wait lang. Oh, Finn, I was very nabigla sa work. Because it was Get Up. If Get Up now is like so big, no, daming manpower, and even like the scale. Parang Get Up before, that was pandemic pa. Very smaller scale, but it was also still one of our parang main IGPs. So it was very... Like, it was a lot of work. And for a freshie, nabigla ako.
Right.
Kasi, I don't remember if we had officers. Pero, like, it was just mostly me and the core. Like, yeah, yung Fin core nun, who would, like, really work on the project. So, very shocking.
Gets naman. Share ko lang siguro sa akin. yung first ko na semester was like ma'am. Kasi like, the past few orgs din, like, yun yung parang pinaka-experience ko din. Like, handling the app process and like helping. Sakto lang, honestly. Like, parang same lang din naman yung yung workload na in-expect ko. So, it was very fun. Yung mga interviews, looking for the people who na mag-i-interview sa mga apps. Yun, fun stuff. Ayun. Speaking of like the workload na ginagawa, ano yung typical na workload na ginawa nyo during the committee? So, what I mean by that, like, siguro, like, yung dynamic sa team, was it like more of an individual thing? Was it like, parang mas need nyo ng mag-collaborate with other people? Tapos, ayun, yung parang background din, like, siguro basta yun. Go.
Go, Julia.
Like, nung sa Fin pa rin.
Pin ba rin?
Wait, TLDR?
Hindi, yung parang, yung workload at saka yung environment.
Okay, gets.
Pin.
At that time, yun nga, puro seniors din yung katrabaho ko. So, like mga 18s, 19s sila. And parang, yun nga, even though like it was really stressful, like I really just took it as a chance like to learn from them, like to learn from the seniors. So, yun din, I feel like they were also really open to like my own ideas or parang my own suggestions. But then, like andun din yung balance na parang I needed their guidance and I wanted to like bring out my own ideas.
Yeah.
Then,
Ikaw naman.
In ACAD for UpCamp, also very team-based, but I think like as a PM, medyo
Nag-carry, gano'n.
No, not
hindi.
carry. Like, na-shock. Not na-shock. Parang, na-realize ko lang na like wala talagang mangyayari if I don't do anything.
Yung project.
The locus of control.
Right.
But yeah, very team-based. And, since 2 PMs for UpCamp, it was very, like, yun yung important, parang, mag-duo.
Right.
Mag-duo queue with your co-PM. And me and Marcy did well.
Si Marcy yung co-PM
Yes.
mo. Okay.
The goat.
Okay.
And then, in pub. Tuloy ko na ba sa pub?
Go, sige.
Sa pub. Mostly team-based din siya. And I think, like, from what I hear from my friends who are still in pub or were recently in pub, like, medyo same pa rin yung setup or like environment nila na medyo work from home? Work from home siya ngayon na parang a lot of asynchronous work, tapos mag-meeting ka lang minsan.
Gets. Okay. Ayan, sige. So next question naman, separate kasi yung parang setup nyo pala kasi like yung other committee mo no first sem mo along with ACAD. Tapos sa'yo, lumipat ka. So sa'yo muna yung next question. Ba't mo naisipang umalis sa Fin and like mag-migrate to XTRA, right?
Yes.
XTRA. Why?
well, first reason, it's because since I was an app talaga, yung mga projects ng XTRA were really interesting for me. So, nung second sem ko. So that was first sem na. So mas maraming open roles. I took the chance na to go to XTRA. And then second reason, super na-overwhelmed talaga ako sa fin work. So that's why it was my first and only sem.
Time na hindi ka nababalik doon ever.
So my choice is correct na never
na-
join.
Maybe. Kung hindi na ako mabalik ko fin.
I'm just
I don't
kidding,
know.
Perry.
Si Perry naman na ngayon.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I went to XTRA and stayed there for, I think, majority of my stay in IECA.
Okay. Sa iyo naman, kasi dalawa yung sinalihan mo, ACAD and pub. But why did you end up choosing ACAD and staying there na for the rest of your career?
Okay. So, I stayed in ACAD. Parang in the first place, one of the medyo goal ko in joining IE club. Not goal. Basta yung mga pakulo nila, I was very interested sa UPCAM. So, parang alam ko na parang every year I want to do something with UPCAM. So, kaya I stayed in ACAD. And then, another thing, ACAD is not that popular among the clubbers. So, medyo, wala na akong choice na.
Ay, grabe. So, parang social
hindi.
obligation, ganun.
Medyo.
Okay.
I like the work there, but it's also parang, if I leave ACAD, what is gonna happen to them? I'm not that important. But
They needed you.
Right. Sige, gets. Balikan na ni si Julia kasi actually yung pinag-usapan lang natin yung sa fin to XTRA. Tapos ng XTRA after, lumipat ka to
XTRA.
XTRA.
Or Ente na. XTRA kasi was an in-between. Because of Eng-Week.
Eng-Week. So, parang by paper or something.
Yes.
Inte, yung parang next mo.
Yes.
Yeah. Yun. Bakit ka naman nag-Inte after XTRA?
Well, I think senior year na rin. So, I'm in tech right now. So, parang naisip ko rin, last 2 sems ko na in IE club. So, might as well, try other comms naman. And then, I mean, not really related na to the committee, but for this sem, I knew I wanted to try then to be a direct. So, I just thought of, in tech rin and even other committees. But Ashton was the one who accepted me. So, that's why I'm in it.
Kamusta naman si Ashton?
Oh, very lovely. I love Ashton.
Yes. Ayan. Thank you. Next na question. Ito parang medyo mahirap i-gets, low-key. Pero, sa current yun na semester, anong part of your job sa inyong committee do people usually not see or hindi obvious? Kasi siguro, for example, sa extra automatic sa clubbers na dapat sporty or very outgoing. What's the behind the scenes na parang hindi halata sa clubbers with regards sa inyong committee work? So, ikaw muna first.
Hala, wait lang ang hirap. Cut, editor.
Hindi, go lang. Sige, baka ikaw may naisip.
I think in UPCAM, for this sem kasi I'm direct for UPCAM. And I guess I will say as a for both of basta UPCAM as a whole, if you're heading so direct and PM both na yun, I think baka the clubbers don't really see the medyo XTRA part of it.
Right.
Coordinating with the schools and stuff. Right now, parang ang dami naming in-email and we are kinda basta there's a struggle always to get a host school and partners. As in when I was PM, we went face to face, door to door, campus to campus. We went to high schools in person, and baka people think of campus more a nerdy na.
Right.
The modules lang, tapos medyo may logistics lang, and then but I don't people don't realize how long the planning is kasi we need to get the whole school pa that's going on the whole year. There's a lot.
Yes.
May XTRA pa talaga ng part ng ACAD, guys. Yung baka kakalimutan niya lang. Ikaw naman.
XTRA rin pala si Jerome.
XTRA siya. Yun yung committee niya.
For me, Di wala pa rin ako maisip because I feel like yung inte work naman in alum affairs, it's very straightforward. Pero siguro, just to share na rin, para nun may makwento ako, siguro yung ko rin in-expect for my team was, it's a lot of pub work. Like, my officers and PMs can relate to it. Like, maraming pub work. Kahit sabihin mo like, oh, it's easy naman to work with Canva. Parang medyo overwhelm or parang it's still an additional load to do like pubs, like especially if hindi ka talaga sanay gumagawa ng pubs. So I guess yun yung parang hindi masyadong obvious in alum affairs.
Right, okay. Thank you. Ito, last question na to. Last question, ito na portion. Itong like, about your experience. Mag-isip kayo na siguro pinaka-challenging na na-experience nyo throughout your whole career sa IE Club. And what particular committee was that? Tas ano yun na-experience in particular? Ito kay Julia parang obvious na kanina pa siya nagra-rant about the film. So baka may yung sagot.
Ay, hindi naman. Pero good suggestion.
Yan.
Ano ba pa? Like, pinakamahirap.
Siguro. Challenging na like basta challenge na na-face nyo during your managing sa projects.
Sige, I will answer.
Go.
For me, feel ko it's just more of the time management of doing Eng Week with XTRA work. So just the fact na nagsabay, I think that was the challenging thing also. Kasi syempre, even though when it's Eng Week season, we're expected we're sort of expected na like all out ka talaga sa Eng Week. But of course, you can't leave your committee work behind also. So I feel like yun din lang din yung naging challenge for me. Aside from my first sem in film.
Ikaw naman. Wala daw challenge. Dali lang daw yung job sa pamenakan.
Madali lang daw or lahat daw challenge.
I mean, the challenge is always... Wait, that was gonna come out wrong. I was gonna say...
Ano sa singo lang.
The challenge is the other covers.
Okay.
I mean,
pero gets naman. Valid na
like,
concern.
right now, as a direct, parang you have to, it's hard to, like, hindi mo naman talaga makakontrol, like, how busy other people are, like, if makakomplete nila yung job. And then, but, I mean, that comes with, like, every role in IE Club, I think. But, so for me, like, the challenge with the other clubbers is during upcamp mismo, like, trying to get volunteers. Because, yeah, like, we get volunteers naman, but, like, sometimes they don't sign up early. I mean, it's like,
mag-call ka na ng volunteers right now.
Guys, volunteer for upcamp next sem.
Yes, para hindi na kulang yung manpower.
Sometimes life is just like that. Like, ganun lang naman
Schedules lang siguro talaga ng mga
clubbers.
Or maybe like hindi lang talaga, hiyang sila magturo, ganon.
Hindi sila sure until the day before. Like, what do you mean?
Ipensin mo rin ang schedule mo, please. Ayan. So, that concludes the part ng experience nyo, at least yung parang concrete experience nyo with your committees. Next naman, parang reflection lang to. So like, naging career nyo so far sa IE Club. Kaninang tanong ko kung ano yung parang pinaka-challenging na naging na-experience nyo throughout your career. Ano naman yung one like accomplishment or like proudest thing you've done for like IE Club or within IE Club? Tapos anong particular committee yun? Tapos yes, ano yun about?
Ang hirap naman.
Kaya,
Dapat pala nag-review muna ako bago na to. Wait lang.
Go lang. Share ko yung sa akin. Sige, go lang. Habang nag-iisip kayo. I really like my work ng mem. Like, it was, hindi ko, yung something na hindi ko in-expect was how parang yung involvement ko with the members. Kasi like if you'd think na mas involved ka with the apps, pero like there was a lot of integrating na nangyari between the mems and the apps, and that specifically happened sa interviews. And feel like nangyari din sa mga other social events, pero ayun lang din, yung work ko lang talaga kasi yung mag-arrange ng mga interviews and like evals, and ayun, it was very fulfilling na makita na enthusiastic din yung mga members to get to do to know the applicants during their interviews. So fun talaga yung part yung pag-schedule sa kanila and having them volunteer. Yan, proudest moment ko lang siguro yun, like mambudol na mga members na mag-interview. Kaya?
Okay, I love that.
Go.
I would say, I can't really make it like rank any of my positions
Right.
or roles. Pero I would say siguro na lang yung first sem ko in XTRA. I was PM for Good Karma, and I think that really started my that's what's the start na like why the reason then why I stayed in XTRA, kasi it was such a good semester for me. And shout out John Molyasco. I don't think he's gonna watch this. But yeah, John was a really good VP nun, and I was really happy with how I started off in XTRA. And siguro just to add na rin, like, my SEM now in Intel, like being direct, like I'm very lucky with my team, like my officers and my PM. So it really made the work very fulfilling. So I would say like those two roles.
Okay, that's cute. Ikaw naman, Jerome.
I guess for me it was that first sem, like when I was the PM for UpCamp, because wala na, like looking back on it, it's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Because like PM for UpCamp is usually a year-long dapat.
Right.
And then, but since I was a freshie, parang somehow I was PM for UpCamp starting second sem kasi parang nag-drop out. Nag-drop out yung UpCamp PMs. And like, parang looking back on it now, like, sobrang laki ng trust sa akin ni like Eman and Nessa. And I'm grateful for that kasi like,
okay.
you know, like, I grew naman from the role. And I think I was able to pull my own weight. Like, parang, like, now as the direct, parang hindi ko ma-imagine na mag-a-assign ako ng 25s for high 25s.
Parang ang bagets pa, di ba? Like, pero...
Yeah. So, I'm proud na like, I was able to do that. And then on top of that, like, parang that's like, same as, like, similar to what Julia mentioned kanina, like, that sem pa I did in Dakan. And like, so parang ang daming nangyayari sa buhay. And yeah, like, shout out Emma.
20 shout out.
I still have this like memory. Parang we were preparing for Indakan. I'm not sure if that was day off or parang dress rehearsal. Parang day off. Like nag-release kami and everything. And then basta that was near UpCamp mismo. So parang I was texting pa sa UpCamp core GC. Tapos parang sabi ni Emma, mag-focus ka muna dyan sa Indakan. Okay na muna to be. So, you know, I felt very alag-akad dito.
Literally.
Shout out sa ACAD. Sige, ito. Final na question dito na portion. If you could travel back in time to your app version, at the version na applicant ka pa, would you, sige, yes or no muna, tas why? Would you still take the first committee na you've been a part of or committees? Sa akin, yes. I really liked my work sa MEM, and it was like a good way for me to integrate myself mula sa pagiging applicant towards being a member. Kasi yung parang middle ground ng dalawa eh. Tapos, ayun, I really liked what I did doon. And my team din, really, like, encouraging yung naging co-PMs ko. Shout out Vince Villegas. I doubt you're watching this anyway. Pero, ayun, pati yung directs namin. Love you, Jana Gomez. We miss you. And yes, I will always choose MEM as my first committee. Kayo naman.
I would say yes pa rin. I'd still choose PIN. But I would like if I could talk to my applicant self. Parang I would just tell her na like don't be like try to see also the other, like consider the other comms, not just like what you like or what interests you at the moment. So siguro, but I still feel like I'd still end up choosing
Okay. Ikaw naman.
Yes. I think like that of Camp PM Sam was like it was very formative. I don't know where I would be in IA Club if that wasn't my first role.
Okay.
Very kasi ang dami kong ginawa.
First time mo.
Yeah, like for a freshie. So,
Pipiliin mo both ACAD and COM?
both.
Both.
Pwede naman.
Pwede
Pwede
naman.
pa rin.
Let's see. Because like as a person, like I am a comm hopper at heart. Pero wala kasi talagang masyadong matrix roles.
Right.
Because parang I always want to do something for ACAD. So maybe I would have done a different matrix role.
Compared sa pub. Per keep yung main one. Oh, that's cute. Okay. Sorry. Okay, ayun. Actually, ito yung segment na to, mga advice for the future members. Ganun. Like, input nyo on what you would tell yourself as an applicant. Next naman, siguro, advice sa mga incoming members kung paano nila pipiliin yung mga committees nila. Okay, mauna ako. Sa akin, talaga, pag bago yung org, I really think na it would be a good like choice to choose somewhere na comfy ka muna. Like, kasi parang magiging may influence yun sa motivation mo to work din in the first place on how like familiar ka with the background ng work ko, and that really applied to me nung first semester ko kasi sa other orgs ko din parang may experience ako with the app process. So ayun, yung familiarity with the committee work, that's something na you might wanna bank on. Tapos ayun rin, kung bubudulin ka ng mga members, then why not like pick it up? Like pinili ka nila for a reason. They think na suitable ka for that specific role. So why not take the chance to dip your toes in that committee. Ganon. Yun siguro yung advice ko for the incoming apps. Kayo.
Bakit? Parang ako yung advice ko is the opposite ng sa'yo.
Pumili na lang kayo anong iti-take nyo. Pero go, ano to sabihin mo?
I think baka gets naman because you didn't join as a freshie.
True. Second year, maybe that's a factor. Like second year.
For the freshies. Pero pwede naman for all new members. I think like the first role you take is it's formative. And like if you get like a medyo OA na role as your first role, that will that's where it all starts.
What's that?
Is
that good or bad?
It's your launching pad.
Okay.
That's where it will begin. Your passion, magnanimity, and victory.
I see.
Yeah, but also like sa mga matatanda dyan na new member, gets naman if gusto niya comfy. Just, and like segue lang din into yung baliktad ng second advice mo. Like just choose what you like. Kasi like why are you gonna do something you don't want to do?
Diba?
And like, yun nga yung like sasabihin ko, like wag kayo magpabudol masyado.
Oh, yeah, true. Like muna,
like
Yeah.
gets naman like if you feel like if you're getting glazed, if you feel appreciated, but like just like stop muna and think like if what you're gonna do, like is it aligned with what you want?
True.
Cause yeah.
Ikaw naman.
Singit ko lang. Because I feel like my point of view na, at least siguro, I know for like me and Jerome, we have a point of view of roll-ups. So we know what it looks like pag nambubudol yung mga nangbubudol. So, yun lang.
Good.
What's my advice? I feel like, ano ba? I think don't pressure yourself to like choose a role na, oh, dapat, like, if I choose like memcom, like I should really like do memcom na for like quite some time, or if I choose XTRA, doon na ako. Because it's really just your first sem, and I mean, look at, like, for me at least, like, I chose Fin, pero like I did XTRA pa rin, and then eventually, like, I still tried other committees. So there's really so much more sems for you, especially like if you're a freshie. So like don't like pressure or limit yourself lang. And I guess like if you came from a high school also where you were already familiar with your strengths or your weaknesses with like extracurriculars, like don't limit yourself to that, because I mean college org work or org work in ICUP can really offer you really new experiences. So dami kong yap.
Right.
But then, basically, don't pressure yourself and don't limit yourself.
Ayan. Thank you, guys. So, ayun. Thank you for sharing your experiences sa inyong mga respective committees. Honestly, committee work isn't always easy, but mga conversations like this show how much growth can a clubber get from their career. Ayan. So, to everyone watching or listening, we hope na we gave you guys a clearer picture of what goes on behind the scenes sa mga committees na na-mention dito at least. And if you're thinking of joining a committee, remember, it's always not about being perfect. It's always about being willing to learn. Kunwari di binasa sa script. Yan. Ayun, so thank you for tuning in. This has been XtraPod, where clubbers speak, share, and connect. Ayun. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Congrats. Thank you so much, guys.